Did angels fall to earth and breed a race of giants? One of the most contentious passages in the Old Testament is found in Genesis chapter 6, where the beginning of the worldwide flood history is given by its inspired author, Moses. Here is described the sinful state of the world as humanity has fallen out of grace with their Creator. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. There were giants in the earth in those days. And also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, for it repenteth me that I have made them. There are two main ways scholars understand this text. 1, angels impregnated women on earth and bred giants. Or 2, followers of God took ungodly women as wives, and their children turned out to be tyrants, bullying other people across the face of the earth. Either way, God was not pleased with this behavior, and it motivated him to destroy his creation with the flood, and start over with the remnants that remained in Noah's Ark. The two verses that stick out most to Bible scholars are verses 2 and 4, where the sons of God take daughters of men for wives and bore giants as children. What does this all really mean? Well, the best way to analyze Scripture is to study the original text in its original language, and to use other parts of the Bible with the same phrases and words to decipher what the Scripture is saying. The root word for son in sons of God is the Hebrew ben, which means son in a wide sense. A family relationship as a son, a subject, a nation, a quality as a son, or a condition as a subordinate. In short, it can refer both to spiritual disciples of God or to the heavenly court of angels. Both are sons of God. While sons or daughters of man refers to the boastful, proud, and sinful among mankind, those that do not follow God. Similar to the fallen angels who were cast out of heaven for rebelling against God and exalting themselves above him. Both of these definitions of sons of God can be found in other places in the Bible. In Exodus 4:22-23, all of Israel's descendants are referred to as the Son of God. In Luke 3:38, Adam is called the Son of God. And most strikingly, in 1 John 3:1, disciples of God are referred to as sons of God. Behold what manner of love the Father has bestowed on us that we should be called sons of God. However, there are times in the Bible where angels are referred to as sons of God, such as in Job 1:6, when his heavenly court assembles. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. It's important to note that Satan is not included in with the sons of God because he no longer serves or follows God. This is significant because the angel-woman hybrid theory suggests that fallen angels are called sons of God, when they have actually rejected God, becoming sons of sin. The book of Job twice again refers to angels as sons of God, making it clear that angelic beings are in fact sons of God. But does that mean human beings cannot also be sons of God? Of course not. Sons of God are created beings, man or angel, who serve and follow their Creator as disciples. In Genesis 6 verse 4, the infamous giants are mentioned, which are the offspring of sons of God and daughters of men. This would either mean angels bred with humans, or disciples of God intermarried with sinful humanity. The root word in Hebrew for giant comes from Nephel, meaning a feller, as in one who falls victoriously upon others in war or battle. It also means a bully or a tyrant. That is what is meant by giant. One of a very great size or force, and a person of exceptional talents or qualities. In addition, the Hebrew word Nephel, from Nephalym, comes from another root word, Naphal, which means to fall down, cast down, overthrow, slay, or smite out. So in conclusion, Nephilim could be referring to large human beings, which certainly existed in Earth's history, especially before the flood, but more consequently, it is referring here to human beings who acted as tyrants or bullies to other people around them, falling on them to overthrow them with great force, talent in battle, and perhaps even with their great physical size as well. This interpretation is more in line with overall themes in the Bible, where God wishes to reconcile man to himself and destroy sin. Not to mention, there is no place in the Bible that indicates angels can procreate. That ability is bestowed upon man in earthly creations. So did fallen angels breed with humans and create giants? Probably not. Everything was larger in the antediluvian world, including humans. No angels were needed for that, only the genetics that God gave us, which produced men of large stature even after the flood. But don't take my word for it. Study the Word, and use the Scripture to interpret itself in other passages. Many people use the Book of Enoch to support the theory that fallen angels interbred with human women, a book ascribed to Noah's great-grandfather Enoch. However, this book was most likely written around 300 to 200 BC, and it is not a part of the Jewish, Catholic, or Protestant biblical canons. Essentially, the book is pulp fiction based on the Bible that merges pagan stories of gods with those of the Jewish tradition. The idea that angels raped women is sort of absurd. It's a plot line that reaches a dead end, never to return again in a future story. However, throughout the entire Bible, God's disciples constantly stray from his path, fall for false gods, and intermarry with beautiful pagan women, which usually leads to trouble and their ultimate destruction, just like Genesis 6 explains. Whatever you choose to believe, don't think that the history of the flood doesn't apply to us today. As the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. This is Brian Wilson